Okay, so the hostel does have breakfast, but it has like cereal and toast and stuff. It does not have coffee. So Korea's big on coffee. There's cafes everywhere, huge cafe culture. So I'm gonna just run down to the street, grab a coffee, and then come back up and have my breakfast. I have a tour today of Gyeonju, but it doesn't start until like 10 o'clock, and the pickup is like 10 minutes from my hostel. So I kind of have just some time where I'm awake, chilling out, eating food, and not really doing anything, which will be relaxing. Also, I'm still on temple time. I woke up at like 4 in the morning. It was like just wide awake. So, I don't know. My sleep's all over the place, but I'm sleeping good. I'm getting the hours in. They're just at weird times. Okay, I found a place that is open. It's 10% coffee. It looks like this is like it's called a tonic coffee, which looks like it's just like soda water mixed with espresso and like a little bit of cream. I'm pretty excited for it. There's no one on the street today. Hold on, I gotta get a selfie. Alright, first impressions here. Oh my god. It's like a soda coffee. I don't know what to think about it. Very fizzy. And here is my wonderful breakfast. It's not healthy, but it's gonna be tasty. Right, time to get out of here. I gotta go to the subway station and find my pickup, which is in like half an hour. It should take 10 minutes to get there, but you never know. It's supposed to be plus 34 today, so that'll be fun. Just got a public safety alert, but it's in Korean. Oh, I have no idea what's going on. Alright, found the bus. Heading over to the last pickup, and then out to the palace. Stop number 1, Bolgansak, which is another temple here. It's like a temple village up in the mountains. Here's my guardian monk voice. Oh, she was saying that in here, this place was burnt down by the Japanese. So at the foot of the guardian statues are Japanese demons. Let's see if we can see one here. So that's kind of funny for him, like burn down a place and then they just build a statue saying like, hey, screw you. But she was also mentioning that the temples are built way up in the mountains because the Buddhists were persecuted after one of the kind of dynasties in Korea. And so they destroyed all the temples in the mainland, like in the cities. So the monks were like, okay, we're gonna go up to the mountains where you can't find us. And that's why all the temples are way up in the mountains. Alright, so this is the stairs up to the temple. So I guess we're on like the land of man, and that is like the land of the Buddha. So the stairs are really significant. Also, when the Japanese burnt this down, the stairs didn't burn down, so they're from like the year 800. It's kind of cool, the raised land of the temple. Alright, free time, Balgangsa Temple. There's supposed to be a really cool mural of 1,000 hands here, which I'm gonna go check that out. And then there's a couple Buddhas here. So the tour guide explained the Buddhism swastika. So what that is it shows the spread of the Buddha's kind of power in a sense. So it goes in the cardinal directions of like north, east, southwest, and then as it goes into those directions, it then spreads around from those directions, kind of signifying that Buddha is everywhere. So that's what that means. Quite interesting. Okay, lots of lanterns here. Looks super cool. I gotta go find this cool painting. I'm so curious about it. So this is the medicine Buddha, and he's surrounded by 1,000 hands. So the 1,000 hands Buddha. So he has like 1,000 hands, and each hand has like an eye on it. The idea being that all these eyes are everywhere. Buddha can see everything, and that his hand is everywhere as well, so he can touch everything. So Buddha is kind of omnipresent is the intent of the illustration there. And so there's a golden pig statue here, and if you pet it, you're supposed to get health and wealth. It's so cute. Also, I wonder if that's where piggy banks come from. Good question. This place is a Pokemon gym. Oh man, the balloons are just so beautiful. As are the roofs. What a profoundly beautiful and unique life experience. So beautiful. So hot out. So beautiful. Alright, I gotta slowly make my way back to the bus. This is so beautiful. Life is so beautiful. My hair is not particularly beautiful right now. But life is beautiful. It's so pretty. So pretty. Okay, I gotta get to the bus. But look how pretty. These tours are so interesting because they're teaching me so much. But also, like Lucy was talking about the history of Korea, and it's like so complicated. When you compare like the history of Canada, it's like indigenous people were there, the British people came over, the French people came over, they fought for a bit, and now it's Canada. And like Korean history is so much more complicated. Oh yeah, that's what I live for right there. 39 degrees today. Okay, so here's a statue to an old king of Korea who made the Korean alphabet. There's another statue in Seoul, I can't remember if I talked about it, but this was like a big deal because they used to use Chinese, and when they kind of became their own country, they wanted their own alphabet. So he made up an alphabet based on the shape of your mouth, kind of written into a construct similar to the kanji. It's really interesting. I'm gonna have to look it up more when I get home. Right out here at Gyeonju Village. I got my bibimbap here for lunch, which looks good. Let's see what it's gonna taste like. My gosh, look at this beautiful Korean countryside though. This is so beautiful. This tour is a lot of driving. It took us 2 hours to get to the temple and then another hour to get here. And we only have like half an hour to look around here, so I don't know. I wonder how long it's going to take to get to the next place. It's kind of like the Western Development Museum. Like, people live here, but some of the houses are kind of fenced off and preserved, like this one. It's from the 1100s. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to like basically sprint back to the meeting point. We did not get enough time here, but that's okay. I wish I had more time to look at that because it looks so cool. It's like entirely made of wood. There's no like paper wall things. It hasn't been renovated like these other places. Like a lot of the buildings and temples here have like the traditional habak roof, but then have renovated kind of walls and floors and everything underneath it. That one did not. Kind of unfortunate, the rush, but what can you do? It is kind of cool just walking through here. Like all the buildings have like thatched roofs and everything. It's like wildly cool. So okay, just that free time was done. Now we're like going on a tour around. So I think Lucy's going to teach us about this place. Okay, so Lucy was telling us about the thatched roofs. So what they do is they harvest the rice and then take the straw and lay it onto the roof and cover it with this handmade net. So every year the roof grows a bit taller. Okay, so this is our first house. It is Gyeonju house, which means too many crops. So you're up here, and you look down at the top of the valley here, and you can see all the crops growing in the valley. So that's kind of the idea behind this. And it has this short wall, so that you can kind of walk around and watch everybody, and still kind of be protected. So, Gyeonju house. Inside of the house. You have to be really quiet. So there's like a courtyard area. Okay. Alright, there are 2 pictures. I'm gonna go take a look in this valley some more. It's wildly beautiful. Crazy beautiful. Okay, so they build like a little sanctuary here. So you can see the royal painting here. Let's see what this says. Sun So, holy portrait. A genuine portrait of Sun So, king, ordered to draw portraits of emeritus subjects. Sun So was 44 years old. This is Mushamdang House, up on the hill. So beautiful. It has that underfloor heating that the palace had. Very fancy. Alright, let's get out of here. Wow, sure is beautiful. Look how cool it looks. On to the next place. So we're at the giant tombs. You get to go inside of one. So I'm curious what's in here. Okay, so this is what the inside of these things looks like. So there's like the tomb there, and then they pile a bunch of rocks on top of it. And then they put soil on the top of it, and then the grass grows, making this giant dome. So then inside of that tomb is the casket. And then over here they have like a bunch of like cooking and servant supplies because the servants were buried with the king. There's the idea is that like, you know, what are you going to do? You're a servant, you don't have a king now, so you may as well come with. And then they would bury the servants with them, theoretically alive. Pretty crazy, man. They have a bunch of artifacts here. This one is a mud guard, so they would kind of like block the mud from the horse. This is made out of birch bark. It's all like sewn together and then painted on. Incredibly beautiful. And here's one made of bronze. Pretty fancy. So here's what the king would wear. You'd have like all this glass stuff. Check out his glass shoes. With his gold shoes. That's pretty wild, man. It seems like that would get caught on a lot of things. Like, I don't even think you'd like that. And it looks like pieces of glass in the crown. Very cool. Stop number 3, I think. This is the Durongwang Tomb Complex. So it has all these big tombs. I'm going to see if I can find a good viewpoint of them because they are very, very crazy. Tomb complex here is kind of just like there's a park built through it. And there's a bamboo forest in the middle of the park. It's kind of neat. Lucy was saying that what happened is they had this giant kind of like plain filled with all these hills like this, like these tombs. The Japanese came here and built railroads, and they cut one open and found out that it was tombs. And that's how the Koreans kind of discovered that this was like an ancient burial ground. It's this super cool park in the middle of the place here. You can see, you can get a really good view of this this tomb here. Looks super cool. Really shows kind of the distinction between the two tombs. And then you can just see like a bunch of them. There's like another one there, another two over there. It's pretty wild, man. There like has to be a lawn staff that comes and mows this. Like, and how do they do it? Did they just ride the mower off the top? So beautiful. So this is King Michu's grave. So I guess like a lot of these are kind of like ancestral families and stuff here. But they died without having a son, and then Michu had taken over from them. And what happened is he was in a battle defending kind of his kingdom, and these mysterious soldiers came out of the forest with bamboo leaves all over them, and they helped him win this battle. And then when they came back to King Michu's grave, it was kind of covered with bamboo. So he was the king of the bamboo warriors. It was kind of cool. Okay, you can see like a million tombs in this area. They're like, there's a path going like right down the middle of them. Pretty wild. They're like 20 some feet tall. Very cool. They are really beautiful, really unique. Okay, also this one has tall grass on it and then a mowed part beside it, so I don't think they mow it. This park is so beautiful. Oh my gosh, you can walk right through all the middle of them. This is so cool. Very beautiful. Oh my god. How beautiful that is. It's wild. Oh my gosh, even more. So I can't imagine stumbling on this on like ancient times. That would be just the trippiest thing in the mankind. It's humongous. Everybody queues all nicely to take pictures. Except for that guy in traffic. You know, actually I was going to say, I think that, South Korea has the best drivers I've ever seen anywhere. They're very good. This country is so wonderful. Oh my gosh, look how trippy it is. Okay, let's see why everybody's taking pictures over here. Let's see what it looks like around here. Oh yeah, that's pretty sick. Everybody's so nice, they're like waiting so it looks like you're the only person there. This is so cool. Alright, I gotta go back to the bus. We still have 2 more stops. And it's like almost 7 o'clock, so I wonder where we're going. Okay, now the Gyeonju Palace, aka the East Palace, and the Moon Pool. So it's called the East Palace because the Crown Prince, they thought he was going to be like the rising sun in the East. They had high expectations. So that's the deal there. So here's the grounds. I'll look around a bit more in a minute. Okay, so I'm in the East Palace now. So we're kind of in the main zone here. Similar to the temples, most of it was burnt down, but they reconstructed a few buildings. This is the Moon Pool. It's an artificial kind of pond that they made. Maybe it's the moon pond. But the idea is that the full moon reflects really brightly into it. It's Pretty beautiful. There's a bunch of people over there. It makes me think I should go over there. It's very beautiful. Look how reflective the pond is too. Okay, now I'm curious what it looks like over there. And now from a slightly different angle. It's so beautiful. Okay, I'm coming up on that viewpoint that everybody was looking at. Let's see what it's like. Almost there. Yeah, it's pretty beautiful. Man. Okay, you know what, hot take? I think it looked better on the other side. There it is. Now time to slowly meander back to the bus. Oh, snakes. I did see a few snakes at the monastery. So, I don't know if they're poisonous or not. But I don't want to risk it. That is the big thing, is like when you're in another country and you don't know their healthcare system, you have to be a little less crazy than you usually would. Oh my gosh, now that is beautiful. Wow, beautiful. Dude, there's ads projected onto the sidewalk in front of the crosswalk. Korea is basically cyberpunk. Alright, we're at our final stop, which is this bridge. We got zero context on what this is, but it's very beautiful. So I just gotta find a spot to take a picture, do a talking head. I don't know. There's a cool walkway down here, but it looks like it's stones on the river. Which kind of sketches me out a little bit. But I might try. Yeah, that's really beautiful. See if I can make my way down the queue a bit too. Doesn't seem like it's gonna happen. I'm in the queue. For this. Dang, old beautiful. Like I mentioned, I think that the tour is kind of winding down here. So she was like, you got 10 minutes here. And so I'm out in the middle of the river here, just trying to enjoy it. It's very beautiful. Oops, sorry. Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna go back now. Or am I? I will. They sell these blinking balloons. I don't know if you see them. Which is something I'm sure I've talked about, but Korea is very aware of culture. And so they're really into like taking photos and taking pictures and taking videos. So you can post that stuff on social. And in Canada, they don't kind of do that. You know, like it's, yeah, you know, like they're not about that at all. And it's just totally different culturally. And I know I said before, culture is really important. It's fundamental and foundational to like culture or a community. And so I really vibe with that in Korea. But also I find it interesting because there's like CCTV everywhere. I'm sure I've said this already, but whatever. There's CCTV everywhere, so you're always being filmed. And because of that, everyone I've asked, like, hey, do you mind if I film this? They're like, yeah, we're filmed all the time. Film whatever you want. We don't care. So it's been pretty funny like that. It's one of those things where it's like I already have a million shots of it, but it's just so beautiful. I know I'll never see it again. So I gotta get one more. There we go. Back to Busan. Back in Busan, baby. Okay, not gonna lie, the motorcycle on the road thing kind of, or the sidewalk kind of messes with me. Okay, that, I don't know what to, okay, I'm gonna give my candid thoughts on that tour while I walk back to my hotel. So not as good as the previous tours. Just in quality, I guess. Also in content. But at the same time, it's like, for what it was, I think it was as good as it could be. Like, I keep thinking, like, how would you do that without that tour? Like, taking the bus out to Gyeonju from Busan, trying to catch it between the different places and get the tickets in and out of those places. There's no way you could do that without that tour. So it was very efficient in the sense of, like, how to do that. And then also I'm like, okay, like, it wasn't as good as the other ones. So, like, everybody, all the tour guides want, like, reviews, right? And I'm like, okay, well, do we give that a 5-star when I gave the other ones 5 stars? And I'm like, well, I'm not going to do it again. It doesn't hurt me to just give them a great review. And it would be logistically impossible to do it on your own. So I'm going to give them 5 stars.